Okay, so we are back. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I don't have a set intro, so I basically just leap into talking. But hi, my name is Robin, Rob for short. I'm still figuring out what I really want the channel name to be. It started out as the Sheltered Post Grad, and that was like a series on my blog, so I don't know if I want to just stick with that because I don't feel very sheltered anymore. But it started out as the Sheltered Post Grad, and then right now it's like Queen Rob, but I don't know if I want it to be that either because I think somebody else has that name. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly is the identity of the channel at this point. But honestly, I just talk to you guys in moments of whatever. I just like talking to you guys. Sipping on my water. I've been upping my water intake since we have been kept in the house, hence the glow that's happening on my skin, even though my skin has some bumps that don't really know like where those are coming from, but there is some stuff going on there. Right, so I did take a little mini break from making content. After the last video, I had told you guys that I kind of was feeling a little heavy, and making the video was very much a chance for me to step away from what I was worried about, what I was stressed about. And once that video was over, I really started to process those emotions, and it's something that I'm still working through. Like, we all have our things. So I took a step back from literally everything. Like after 10 p.m. I turned off my phone, or my phone was always on Do Not Disturb. It low-key, high-key still is on Do Not Disturb. I don't know, but this quarantine has just had a huge impact on like my mental health, you know? It has forced us all to stop and to pay attention to ourselves, actually. Because you can't do any work. I mean, I can do homework, but you can't go to work necessarily, or you're working from home. And shout out to the essential employees who are still out and about working, but the majority of us are stuck at home, and we are alone with our thoughts, or we're alone with our significant other, or we're alone with our families. But we're spending a lot of alone time, and we have to figure out what we're gonna do with that time. And it's been very healthy for me personally. I think it's given me a chance to slow down and to think about what's next for me in life, and appreciate what has happened in life, and to process some things that I may have been running away from. And one of my prophytes actually has a page that she's a part of, and she and a number of mental health practitioners, I'm not like 100% certain what certificate they're getting, but there's a page, I'll insert the page name here, that you guys should definitely go and follow. And it's offering, like, they offer services if you need to talk to somebody. It is supervised by a licensed practitioner already. But yeah, so I have been talking to someone on a weekly basis, and she's really been helping me work through some stuff that I really actually wanted to work through before I graduated anyways. So it's crazy that this opportunity presented itself. So I'm very thankful for that. Anyway, I'm low-key rambling, but I just wanted to give you guys a check-in of like where I am. That being said, I am not a licensed mental health anything, but I do want you all to know that in this time, it's okay to experience whatever emotions you're experiencing. It's okay to feel disappointment for whatever events you are missing out on. It's okay to feel upset. Like, if you're like a senior and your senior year just got cut like abruptly short, or if you're like me, like you're graduating and that's like devastating because you can't walk across the stage, like these things mean like hold different importance for everyone. And I just wanted to let you all know that you are entitled to whatever feelings you have surrounding this issue. Of course, COVID is a huge public health crisis. It's a pandemic, and we have to do what we have to do in order to weather the storm. But that doesn't mean that you discount whatever emotions that you're having in the wake of the storm, however it's affecting you as a person. So you are entitled to those feelings. Feel them, express them, and please know that my DMs or my text messages or whatever are always open. I'm also weathering the storm in my own way, so be patient with me in responding, but just let me know if you guys need someone to talk to. Even if I can't offer any advice, I will do my best to, but even if I can't, I am always a listening ear. And last week, I did get some responses on the friendship breakup video, and I really appreciate you guys' engagement in that. So I would love to continue to engage with you all. So that was very long-winded. We are at 6 minutes. That was very long-winded. But I'm just in a really reflective place right now, so I couldn't authentically come to you all and talk to you all if I didn't address the elephant in the room and how it's making me feel. So thank you for listening. Today's video is about how you can be productive or make it through day by day as a part of this quarantine. The point is that I'm going to tell you what I do every day to have a productive day or a non-productive day, because it doesn't always work out, to make progress in life or to cope. If I'm being honest, this is to cope. In my Get Ready With Me, I told you guys how I was like afraid of being trapped when I came home and want, you know, all of those feelings. So I won't go into all of that. But the first thing that I do every day of quarantine is I have established a routine for myself. So step 1, establish a routine. Admittedly, I do not wake up at a reasonable time. I don't have my classes until 6 p.m. So I literally have all day, which probably is not the best thing, but I really would love to wake up earlier. But right now I wake up around 11:30 a.m. But I will tell you, I don't go to sleep until like 4 a.m. and that is because I have insomnia, but I've had that for many years now. So it's just that it's flaring up. It flares up when I get a little bit stressed because I can't turn my brain off. So I go to sleep around 4 a.m. and I wake up around 11. Should I even be giving y'all advice? Because this is not an advice video. This is what I do on quarantine because I don't want y'all to do the same thing in that sense. Please get some sleep. But anyways, I wake up around the same time, hop in the shower, and then I go downstairs and I make myself a good breakfast. And then I come upstairs and I either get ready to go outside for a walk. I take my dog for a walk. He only walks for about 10 minutes. So I take him for a 10-minute walk, and then I go and do maybe 2.5 miles or so. That'll tie into the next part, to number 2. But anyways, yeah, so I take a walk and then I come back in and I might watch some TV or I'll do some homework. Monday through Thursday I have class, so I usually do homework up until 6, and then I have my classes from 6 to 9 or 6 to 8 depending on when I get out of class, and then I go have dinner with my family, and if I have homework I come back upstairs and do homework, or I'll stay downstairs and watch a movie with my parents and spend some family time. And then once I get done with my homework around midnight or 1-ish, then I start to watch a show just to get ready for bed, unwind. Right, so I watch a show. I started a new drama. which I will tell you guys about in the next video. Okay, but yeah, so that is what my routine is. Again, not perfect, not necessarily telling you guys to do homework until midnight or to go to sleep at 4, not necessarily telling you to do that. I'm just saying to establish a routine so that you have the flow of things, so that you don't feel out of place, because it's so easy to just lay down and not do anything because you don't have nowhere to go. Like, we're not going anywhere, you feel me? So right, go ahead and establish that routine. Right, so number 2 is exercise. We're gonna sip some tea on that one, because anybody who knows me, you know that I have a love-hate relationship with exercise. Okay, so I mean, I never regret a workout, but getting to the workout is the struggle. Okay, because at night I feel so exhilarated, like, oh yes, like I need to work out, like I can't wait to go for a run tomorrow and all of this stuff, and then it just never happens. It just never happens. So I've been trying to find a happy medium, because I have to exercise or I'm really just gonna come out of quarantine looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Okay, and I already told y'all that I've been working on my self-esteem, so I really have to work towards like self-care, and self-care involves exercise. Okay, so what I have been doing is going for walks, like I told you, and so I'm trying to now implement like a walk every day, or maybe walk 6 days a week, 1 day off, and just so that I can enjoy some fresh air. Okay, because I need to go outside regardless. Like last week, y'all, it was a little bit of a struggle. I didn't make any content during the week. Like it's Sunday right now. I didn't make any content during the week, and I didn't go outside. Like I literally didn't go outside for a week. That's not okay. I can't live like that. So I'm now trying to implement a walk around the neighborhood thing, social distancing. I live in the suburbs, so nobody's really outside for me to be 6 feet away from anyways. And yeah, so I'm implementing this take a walk situation. I also just purchased some resistance bands, and my dad has this little like crunchy machine type thing, so I'm gonna be doing some crunches. I already so far I've been doing crunches like maybe like 3 days out of the week, crunches / sit-ups. But for those 6 days, if I add on the whole crunch sit-up situation, I really think that I will start to see some results. And then I also got some resistance bands, and I'm gonna be working on that booty, because you know, I'm just really trying to come out of quarantine as a baddie. Not that I'm not already a baddie, but like baddie, like what did Bia say? Y'all, that new song by Bia is really it's my jam. Anyways, you know, I'm trying to have people ask me who my surgeon was type stuff, and not have to actually get a surgeon, if you understand what I mean. Exercise is what we should be doing. So number 2 is exercise. Excelente. So number 3, I'm gonna have to edit this video so much. Like so much, because I'm really rambling. I should have written a list, but I didn't, and I just came on here and started talking. Honestly, I was hyped because my hair was looking good. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, let's film. Like, let's film right now. Anyway, yeah, number 3 is to pick up some hobbies that maybe you had back in 2013. Okay, you have time now. Okay, did you start knitting back in the day? Go ahead and pick those needles back up. Okay, let's make a sweater. You can start on your fall line while you're inside, okay? For me, I'm picking up YouTube again, because if you look on my channel, I actually have 2 channels. For people who really know me, I have 2 channels. One is called the Ojang Project, which I actually contemplated starting this whole series on, but I didn't. But one is the Ojang Project, and then I have this one, which was the Sheltered Postgrad. So I started filming YouTube videos 3 years ago, but I just didn't have any consistency. But now I have the time and I have the drive and like the desire to actually do this. So yeah, you know, for me, I'm picking up YouTube again, and then I'm also working on a couple of projects that I want to come out of quarantine having launched. One great thing about being in business school is that I have learned all of the project management, all of the financial, like all of the business planning skills on how to actually launch a business and execute. And I've done it so many times. Like, I'm literally juggling 3 business projects right now for my final projects. And like, I know how to execute, and I'm like not terrified to do it anymore. So I have a couple of businesses that I want to get off the ground coming out of quarantine, including my hairline. I may be changing the name, haven't decided on that, but it will be launched with some extras, so just be on the lookout for that. But anyways, yeah, just pick up some hobbies, guys. We have time. And I'm not saying that if you don't pick them up that you're not productive, but I'm just saying that you have time, so like, why not? So pick them up, you know. But what I'm not telling y'all to pick up is TikTok, okay? So I started TikToking. I have about 4 TikTok videos. They were fun while they lasted, but I'm over the app already, and I'm really tired of going on Instagram and feeling like I'm on TikTok. So that's just my thoughts on that. Number 4 is self-reflection. So this is about to get a little deep, and it ties in very much to what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. But we're alone with our thoughts, okay? We are alone with a lot of our emotions, and we have time to process them, because if you fall apart when you're processing something, you don't have nowhere to go. So you really can sit in the house and cry for as long as you need to, journal for as long as you need to, talk to as many people on FaceTime as you need to. You have time to work through those emotions without feeling like the pressure of the next day is gonna stop you from really processing what you need to process. So this is a space where we can really self-actualize, okay? We can really self-reflect and project who we want to be for the rest of the year. Because even though 2020 has been the ghetto, it's been the ghetto, it doesn't mean that the year is lost. It doesn't mean that the time has to be lost on us. It doesn't mean that we don't have to be productive or that we cannot be productive. I've seen like a lot of tweets going around saying like, if you don't come out like with a side hustle, like if you don't want, then you wasted your time. Now, for me personally, that's how I feel about myself, but I'm not gonna project any of that onto you, because if you are so affected by this situation that you really don't have it in you to go ahead and start anything new like that, or maybe you're just not an entrepreneur, which is not a sin, may I add, then you really like, you don't have to do that, you know, like it's a victory for you to get through this quarantine at all, okay? It really is. So just take this time to love on yourself, and to perform some self-care, okay? Take a bubble bath. I've been taking bubble baths, and those have been wonderful. Those are some of the best times to reflect and to unwind and relax your muscles and whatnot. So yeah, so just take this time for some self-actualization. So number 5 is not really an action, but it is something that I'm going to challenge each of you all to do, which is to try to maintain a positive outlook in the face of this adversity. God is not doing this to us, but he knew that it was going to happen, which means that it's part of his plan. And so I don't know how you all cope with adversity in life, but the way that I get through it is just resting in the fact that I know that God is in control. And so he's absolutely in control of what's happening, which means that there's going to be a light at the end of this tunnel. I don't know how long the tunnel is, so I'm not going to lead you all astray, but just make wise decisions. But every day, wake up and be thankful. Like, try to find some things in your life that you are grateful for. Maybe write them down, like start a gratitude journal, or just try to look at the glass half full as opposed to half empty. I've been having to force myself to do that, knowing that I didn't want to come home in the first place. The fact that I even have a place to come to like this is a humongous blessing. The fact that I can pay rent, and even though I'm not working right now, is a humongous blessing. Like, there are a lot of circumstances that could be a lot worse for me personally. And I had to realize that by reframing my thought process. So I implore you guys to do the same thing. It's made this quarantine so much easier for me to handle, more productive for me. And honestly, I'm finding ways to enjoy it, which sounds sick, but I'm finding ways to just enjoy the blessings that can come from this time. God really has slowed us all down, and it's giving us all a chance to recuperate and find what's important to us. I went outside and there was like chalk on the sidewalk. I haven't seen kids play with chalk and not iPads for years. So just the small things. Find joy in the small things. Find joy in going outside and inhaling the pollen. Like, just try to find joy in those things, and have as positive as possible an outlook on the situation right now. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video. I'm sending love to each and every one of you. If you ever need any encouragement or anything, I'm here to offer that, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.